Hi guys, it's Andre. This is the new episode of Accountability Journal where I share with you my personal productivity tips. In this video, I want to share with you a very key tip when it comes to productivity. It's not a tactical thing, which is like, okay, you need to use this tool and do it this way. But this is more about really like a high level strategical thing. And it's more about why we do certain things. Okay, maybe in the previous videos you have noticed what I have here on the board. It's a reminder. Maybe if you don't know what it is, if you go to episode number 2 of the Accountability Journal, you will see that the statement that I put on my whiteboard is that I am an awesome and handsome entrepreneur. So you may ignore the handsome part and the awesome part, but it's really about reinforcing the identity that you want to have. You know, when we come to the world, we are certain people. As we grow up, we get conditioned to think we are a certain person, but we can always change that. I'm not saying we should. If you enjoy what you're doing, then you should stick to it. But if you want to be a different person, it's always a good idea to have this visual cue somewhere in your environment so that you constantly get reminded of who you really are, aka who you want to be. When it comes to like confidence, that's the reason why I have that I'm awesome and I'm handsome. The reason why I have those two words there is that I'm basically just trying to ingrain it in my brain that that's who I am. You know, a lot of people struggle with low self-confidence. And before other people start seeing you differently, you first of all need to start seeing yourself differently. And then you behave differently, and then the other people notice, and they will start seeing you like, oh, hey, you're this awesome guy, you're so fun. And to further support why I think the identity thing is a good thing, that we should always tell ourselves on a daily basis as much as possible to remind ourselves of this is the person that you are, is the 5-minute journal. And in this book, maybe you will be even able to see it if the camera zooms in. Yeah, so it's split in 3 parts that you do in the morning every day. And the third part that you do every day is called Daily Affirmations I Am. And that is exactly what I have here on my board. Is basically every day you write in the journal, I am a confident and fun guy. Let's say those are the main things that I mostly write there. Maybe in that moment you don't feel that way, but it's through the repetition every day that you keep doing this to yourself, keep writing this about yourself, keep saying to yourself first of all, hey, I'm a confident person. Hey, I'm a fun person. Hey, I'm an awesome and handsome entrepreneur. And you do this every day, 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 until the point where it becomes ingrained in your brain, that it becomes automatic. So this is where everything starts. And the important thing is, and maybe I will do a more in-depth guide or explanation about how the identity should be supported by the habits that you create in the next episode. So here I just want to touch the high level, and really our identity is really like a long-term strategy if you think about it in the business perspective. A lot of the things that I covered earlier in these episodes is do this. It's like a very technical stuff, very technical and also tactical thing. This is really like a long-term strategy, like the vision of your company. Okay, what is the vision of me as a human person? And to me, that is this one. And then everything that we need, and everything that we do, whether it's a daily habit or weekly goal or, I don't know, occasional task that we do or people that we hang out with, these things should support the identity that we have here, because that's the vision of us as a person. Let's finally look at the whiteboard for the last week for the first time with this new camera, and I hope you can still get something out of this. Oh, by the way, it holds very nicely. You're gonna enjoy my purple light. So this is the first week of December, and I'm happy to say that we got everything done. Eating 2 things. Let us look at the week 49, which is the last week that I completed. My score, as you can see, is 17 out of 19. Well, technically, this is just a placeholder, so I might as remove it as well. We had a huge progress when it comes to the lean education, but again, not saying anything. Content creation, I didn't have that many things to do on purpose because I wanted to make a huge progress with the Todoist video, which is my main thing. I'm happy that I did progress on this video. I think I was pretty much almost every day I put Todoist as my most important task for every day. So at least for around 1 hour, I was doing some editing. So now I have all the voiceover with all the recording on the mobile app synchronized, and it looks fabulous. I think I'm very happy about the progress. So what I didn't do, and that's the reason why I didn't mark this as complete, is it says aim to finalize the whole video if I get a new camera. And I did get a new camera, but I didn't record the parts where I do like the intro and then when I speak to the camera. So everything else other than the UI. So I will have to do that this week. When it comes to this one, record new UX video. I think I had opportunities to do this, but I put priority over something else, not necessarily something productive. My possibility, again, my typical habits, nothing new. I did everything, though I have to admit that saying hello to strangers a day seems to be getting more complicated for me. I don't even know why. I feel like that when I was looking for the girls to ask her numbers, I felt like this part was easier. Now this seems like it's a bit challenge. I don't know why. Probably just in my head. Let's go to Mr. Toggle and look at the last week and the numbers. So 176 hours tracked last week. Joy and Future, 40 hours. That's crazy. I think I didn't have this huge amount of hours for something that I enjoy and something that's good for my future that much. I think a lot of it was because of the content and the Todoist video that I was working on. So that's great. Future 23, so technically it's 63 hours, around 62. Working on my future. And Joy, relationships, 9.5 hours. Is this all dates? Yeah, it's dates and friends, catching up with friends. Okay, so those are the numbers from Toggle. And finally, quickly, let's look at this week that has just started. And let me give you a quick rundown. So for Lean Education, I actually did put up 2 things. So Monday, send summary of action items to Daniela. I think I did that. We discussed today about the bootcamp, and by Friday, I want to create the bootcamp schedule for January. So I'll start teaching in January, localization project management. Exciting. Content creation. For the website, I only have 2 things, still keeping the improving the speed and think of a new structure for a site. And my possibility, the same thing again, just keep up the habits, they're good for us. So that's all I have to share with you. That's my week 50 in a glance, at a glance, whatever. That's it for today, guys. I hope that this video was useful to you. I hope that it provided some value, something to think about. I hope that you enjoyed the new lighting and the new camera. Thank you again for your time. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this series where I share my productivity tips called Accountability Journal, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That's it for me. I'm shutting up now. Thank you. Thank you for being with me, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.